Okay, well, I saw a friendly face here. We saw the match. I saw you actually in Melbourne as well a couple of times. Have you?
A few times in the summer, I think.
And for those who don't know you here, I mean, obviously between friends, but what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Lil. I'm from Israel, small country, far, far away from here. Yeah, travelled quite a few miles to get here, but it's all worth it, definitely.
And explain. I mean, I assume this is all Maiden.com meetup kind of thing, is it? It was a big surprise to me.
Oh, was it? Yeah, we're kind of crazy over there. There's a few of us, as you can see. And we're gonna have a big barbecue in a bit. We need to get some meat in us, and yeah.
And so, well, just returning from the Sydney Opera House, and bump into a couple of familiar faces and a new face here as well. This is Yu Shimida, I believe, from Japan.
Yeah.
All the way from Japan.
Yeah. This is my first time in Australia. But it's so far I saw 3 gigs in Perth and 2 gigs in Melbourne. It's fantastic. Anyway, it's great. Yeah.
And Philippe from France.
Yeah, first time in Australia too. Just a dream come true. The opposite of the world for me. I needed a good reason to come here, and that was a good one.
So this is the first visit, yeah?
In Australia, yeah. Sure.
It's a long way to come.
Yeah, and a long way back in a few days. But Melbourne was great, and well, hopefully Sydney will be just the same.
Alex from Switzerland.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Now you're here kind of on professional purposes, aren't you? Because I know you're taking a few shots for magazines and stuff, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing a magazine in my free time. It's called Metal World Magazine. It's actually the only one German-spoken metal rock magazine in Switzerland. But yeah, took some pictures the first shows, but now I'm writing some things down and for a report. But of course, I'm here for seeing the band.
Right then, we've come about the instigator of this event, I believe. So if you want to tell me how this all came about.
Well, about 5 months ago, I saw the ad in the paper and joined the Iron Maiden fan club. I've been like a fan of Iron Maidens for 20 odd years. I saw them at the Horden Pavilion back in the 80s.
Wow, okay.
And actually went to the concert on crutches. I just got out of hospital, so I was pretty keen to get there. And but basically, you know, I saw reading through the fan club website that they have meetups, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do a meetup for in Sydney. And I got in touch with Roger the Beast, and you know, we had a few conversations, and I came up with a few ideas, and we've come up with the idea of the photo shoot here at the Opera House, a suggestion from Philco through the fan club. And we've booked the Glenmore Hotel for the rooftop, and we're having a barbecue and drink night up there. So that goes to 11, and after 11 o'clock we're heading off to Club Blink, which is down at Central Station, and they'll be playing Maiden for us all night till 5 in the morning. And
5 in the morning?
5 in the morning. And we've got metal bands on 2 different levels in there as well, so it's going to be a big night. And the drink night in the Glenmore is it's a deal, $40 for as much as you can drink, and I'm sure we're going to drink a hell of a lot.
I would imagine this is going to be quite a serious Maiden weekend then, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, it is. And then basically tomorrow we kick on again at 1 o'clock. I've got 20 odd people coming to my place for a do that I've put on there, and we'll be playing Maiden all afternoon, a couple of buses organised, and 400 beers, 10 bottles of spirits, 20 bottles of wine, so it's going to be a big couple of days.
I think you're going to need your drinking boots, aren't you?
yeah, absolutely. So,
I mean, have you been quite surprised by the reaction you got from the posting, or?
Oh yeah, it's been sensational. So yeah, lots of positive feedback from people, and lots of people have been, you know, like really eager and keen to come here, and we've got over 70 people here, so it's going to be a big night.
Well, have you actually travelled anywhere and done anything like this yourself, or is this like, this was recently joined the fan club and
recently joined the fan club, so I've seen that people travel and do all sorts of things, and I flew down to Melbourne on Wednesday night, and saw it in Melbourne on Wednesday night, had the FTTB there. So Iron Nikki took me in as her partner for the FTTB, which was sensational. Yeah. Had Bruce sitting on the speaker right in front of me, and it was just absolutely amazing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, as this is meant to be going out on IronMaiden.com sometime soon when we get around to editing it, basically I suppose you should give your name and handle and sort of say a big hello out to all the people out there, I think. Straight to the camera. If there's any people you want to particularly say thanks to, or...
yeah, okay.
Go away.
Yeah, no, I'd firstly like to thank Roger, the Beast, you know, for all the help that he gave me in putting this together. And also... Iron Nicky for giving me the FTTB, and that came through from me organising this, and a thread was put up where they helped me get the FTTB. I was just absolutely stoked with that. There's just so many people, like I've met so many people in this fan club that I've become really good friends with. You know, Philco, I met Philco on the Gold Coast, absolutely awesome. We went out on New Year's Eve till the early hours of the morning, and just great. It's just, you know, the feeling I get in this place is just sensational.
Yes. Right, day 2, Sydney. The sun's finally come out, and I'm here with the jolly happy snapper of Iron Maiden, Mr. John McMurtry, and and what we're doing here, John, right now, we've just been taking a couple of shots of Steve, I believe.
Yeah, we've just done a fantastic shot of Steve looking out over the bay with the Sydney Opera House. We've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge here. Yeah, it's a really nice shot, and yeah, everything looks really good. We're now up to 7,001 shots, and we're only on day 9 of the tour. But all's going good, all's looking great.
So, I mean, obviously the people, this is for IronMaiden.com world, really, more than anything else. I mean, they're seeing your shots, and I mean, how does that whole process work? I mean, you basically take us through it.
Well, basically, we'll shoot the gig, or if it's a travel day, we'll be shooting the plane, the unload, the guys getting out, all the fans. And then in the evening we upload them to the website, we upload them to an FTP server, and basically they've got a choice of shots that go through, and that's why you're getting these shots quite quickly on this tour. So most evenings there'll be fresh stuff going through, and so far so good, it's all looking good.
And obviously with the pyro has some inherent risks when you're at the front of the stage. I mean, what do you do? Literally just duck down and when it goes bang?
Stand at the back. That's the safe option. But no, it's all looking great. We're just down there with a fisheye at the front of the stage, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing show. So if you haven't seen it, you've got something amazing coming up.
And what would you say to any budding sort of photographers? I mean, I'm sure there must be quite a few in bands, and they want to take a good picture of themselves and that kind of thing. Anything you'd recommend?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to do a good band shot, just try and crop in tight, and try and get a location that's fairly neutral and makes the band stand out. That's probably the most important thing. Just get rid of clutter behind, or get something like this as your backdrop, and you can't really go wrong, to be honest. Yeah, all this clutter here, as Steve's just pointed out, especially those big pointy things.
And so far, any particular highlight we've had? I mean, we're about 11, 12 days in now, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Australia has probably been the most photogenic place we've done, but we've done an amazing shot on stage with pyros, with the band, with the Eddie, and yeah, I'd say that's probably one of my favourites so far. Everything went really good with that. I was 20 feet up in the air on a forklift truck